Hey gang, so an extension of the post, what you acquire when you heal true, when you follow the rules, when you abide by what nature, true nature, not the asterisk trademark nature that people are using now, that word, or in the phrase natural healing, people just don't even understand what it is anymore because of what's happened and what I'm trying to stress in this post. But when you do heal, it's what you acquire in addition to feeling better, functioning better, higher levels of life, and healing to where you forgot what it was like to feel the way you felt when you were expressing symptoms or when you were injured. That's the level I'm talking about. So it's what you acquire. If the name of the game was feeling better, and if that's what I thought was the most important thing, and that's what I thought was the best of value to you, and the best of value to me, my God, I would have the greatest supplement line. I would pitch it so well. I would have orthotics. I would have, I'd be a body worker. I would have all the degrees. I would have licenses and degrees. I would have all these letters after my name. I would go to all the continuing education conferences. I would have the best herbs and oils, and I would have all these equipment acquisitions and these branding. I'd sell lasers, I would do stem cells, I would do peptides, I would do scraping and all these techniques, and acupuncture and chiropractic and DO and MD and MD and NA and FA and FO and FU, whatever they are. I'd have it all, because I could very easily manipulate everything to get you to feel better. That is not hard. That's what allopathic, naturopathic, and functional are doing. They're selling you that you're broken, selling you that all the variations of your symptoms, what they're not acknowledging as healing, they'll say it, and then they'll go in and just reduce it or fix it with their trickery, their hacks, their gadgets, the things that I just said I could sell, but I'm not going to, because it's not good for me, and if it's not good for me, it's not good for you, and it's breaking massive rules, and the body will come back. And that's what we're seeing today. Nobody's any better. We just have more stuff. Beyond more. I've said that before. I've repeated myself over 23 years. I remember specifically saying that. We're not healing, we just have more stuff. Now more than ever, it's beyond worse. So, when you go about healing, whether it's a rolled ankle, a torn ACL, complete or partial, prepping yourself pre-surgery, or healing the rehabbing post-surgery, or a herniated disc, or chronic tightness, or general weakness, full body, or trying to come back and trying to travel again, trying to knock things off your bucket list because you're switching that word bucket list because it doesn't make any sense, and you're creating a life list, not saving these things for the end of your life. And the psychology that brings, but all the way over to skin burning off in an autoimmune response, or organs or hormones or hair responses, or fertility responses, or growths or lumps or cancers, or all the names of all the stuff. It doesn't matter what the healing is, but when you follow the rules, when you go through it how you're supposed to go through it, which is going to take work, it's going to take time, it's going to cause you to feel, it's going to cause you to have to leave some of those things that you were attached to before that were very comfortable and very safe, and perpetuated these cycles of taking you away from the equation, where there's nothing you can do about it. When you go through this, what you acquire through the work, through the consistency, through the seeing of it, the visualization of it, visualization and imagery, and then visual, all levels of visual, puts you in a position to then, when society or the majority or everyone around you is going to continue to perpetuate these stories, and it's just going to get thicker and deeper and more disconnected and more voluminous, and everybody's going to sell that story, that healing story, and the product and the gadget, and you can just sit there and it's like it just won't faze you. It doesn't mean you don't get injured, and it doesn't mean you don't have symptoms. That's stupid. That's what the body does to continue you to live. If you didn't have symptoms, you're either one, not living, or you're living like on a mountain as a monk, totally isolated, and you've controlled and monitored everything to where, but I mean, that's not the reality for anybody. And so symptoms are going to come. There's going to be more healing responses. There's going to be more injuries. That's the point. That's living. But in the face of all that, you will sit, look, observe, and go, I know exactly what I got to do. But here comes the caveat here. Here comes a little trick, because this is where people are like, oh, I get what you're saying, and I've done that before, and I healed my XYZ, and I healed my XYZ doing all the things you're talking about. What does that mean, healed? And then it all came back days, months, or years later, and I tried to do the same things I did before with all the hacks and all the tricks and all the named medicines and all the approaches and all the stuff, and it didn't work this time. It didn't work this time, so it must be something wrong with me. No, it didn't work the first time. Because if it works all the time, and it gets you in a position to know that that's not the stuff that works, that that's not the stuff you needed, that that's not the stuff you need. You can dabble in that world and go ahead and participate, but the work you have to do to undo all that, and the psychology and the mindset and what it does to you. So that's what we have here, though. We're like, but TJ, everything you're talking about not working works for my mom or my cat or me or my dog or my horses or my family or my husband or my partner or my... Great. Then why are you talking? If it's working, why are you even on social media? Just go live. But then it came back, or then it appeared as something else, and we tried to go the same route. We eliminated foods, we did all these adjustments, we did body work, we did energy stuff, we did all these things, we added all this, we restricted all this, we cleaned up all this, and it didn't work. Then it didn't work the first time, and this is what I'm talking, this is what I'm trying to stress and get as a high level of concern. That's what we acquire truly when we heal. And I don't care if it's a simple rolled ankle or stubbed toe to a tumor. The healing is the healing. So again, when my hands were burning off last year, the skin on my hands had an autoimmune response to how I'm living in my environment. I did not go seek a different specialist because all I do is injuries and that's the only thing that it works with. No. When you acquire what you acquire when you heal, anything from an arthritic hip to a torn ligament to a meniscus tear to headaches to digestion to you apply to skin, you apply to hormones, you apply to fertility, you apply to bones, you apply to every inch of your life. There's not these micro composites of all these different specialties, and that's another thing. And so that's why there is one way to heal and one way to live, and within that is the infinite. But if it works to set you up to where you can sit at a dinner table, you can sit at a barbershop or a salon, you can sit at a bowling alley if anybody goes to those anymore, you could take a walk with a group, a walking group or a meetup of some kind, some activity group. The 99% or more of the conversations being had are going to be around everybody feels like shit, everybody's injured, everybody's taking medicines, everyone's seeing a specialist, everyone's a coach, everyone's got these gadgets and stuff, everyone's taped, everyone has things in their pockets to apply to. I mean, it is literally getting to where that's the predominant subject that everyone's talking about. And you will literally sit there and either one, have the confidence and wherewithal that it just doesn't even faze you, and you're noticing what's all going on all around you, or you're noticing the cool people that you're engaging with, not the conversation. But biggest thing is you aren't deterred. Because listening to all that and hearing it, if you accept it in and you take it, and there's still just a little crack of a light that gets in, their words and their conversation, that stuff goes, and then it's like, wait, is it that or that? That's what we gotta watch out for. That's why healing has to be this way. And that's why the rules have to be followed. And one of the biggest rules we break, it's not really adding a lot of stuff. Everyone's asking me, what can I add? What can I add? What can I add? It's not really that. It's what you can eliminate and subtract. You just got to know why you're doing it, not because I said so. That doesn't ever cut it. So a video on an extension on what you acquire when you break free from all that, when you truly heal, anything from the minor injury of fear and apprehension on an activity you could once do no problem, to chronic tightness, to the gargantuan avulsions or breaks or dislocations or car accidents, all the way over to neurodegenerative, autoimmune, or cancers. Doesn't matter. Healing is healing across the board. When you do it, it's what you acquire besides the feeling better, besides the symptoms going away, besides the higher level of life. That's going to happen. That's a certainty. Hell, Dr. Cassie said in the post, healing shouldn't be your goal. Healing your body shouldn't be your goal, because that's just a certainty. That's silly. To have that be a goal, because you're going to get that. It's what will you go ahead and change and accomplish and bring yourself up while the healing occurs to heal, to then go beyond that? Because if you stopped right there, you'd stop. You just wouldn't understand it for the next experience. And so that's the bigger picture here. Is it's not about what's going on right now or feeling better. Again, if the name of the game in medicine truly was to feel better, I'd sell out so I could be a quadrillionaire with all the shit that is out now that I could sell, that I could acquire in these certifications, licenses. I would go get it all. But if I'm not applying it to my life, it doesn't work, because if it worked, I'd go get it. I'd be the first one, because I want elevation, I want hovering, I want to zoom and fly and elevate and go get all these things, and it's just not there. So there are rules. You break them, you got to undo the knotted shoe. We abide by them, we heal, and we acquire. And when we acquire, we go beyond feeling better. Boom.